for Unit CR Activity 4. So for number 1, I drew them kind of as particles, even though I know one's a liquid, but it was just easier. So I put 1 aluminum plus bromine. I put 2 because it already had 2, but I really don't know. I know it becomes 3, so that's why I drew 2. And then it becomes aluminum bromide, and the symbolic representation would be aluminum Al1 plus Br2 equals Al Br3, which becomes a solid. Um, the thing right there is S actually. Anyway, so for number 2, I personally think the most of the nail. Sorry, I personally think the mass of the nail would slightly increase because a new material is added to the nail, so it adds another layer over the iron, which would increase just like by 1 would increase the mass. Personally, that's what I believe. Excuse me. For number 3, I wrote the chemical equation. I put carbon, which is a gas, oxygen is a gas, plus another oxygen would equal CO2G, which is a gas again. And for B, I put this represents a chemical reaction because it's hard to reverse a gas back to a solid. I feel like it would be hard to take the gas of um, carbon dioxide and turn it back to like dry ice. For number 4, the A, I put zinc, which would have only 1, zinc chloride 2, a hydrogen 2. For B, I put hydrogen 2, sulfur, iron, chlor. It says it's chloride 2. For C, I put sodium 2, carbon 2, oxygen 2, hydrogen 2. And for the last one, which is D, it's hard to see, but I put nitrogen 2, hydrogen 7, sulfur, oxygen 3, magnesium. I was really unsure how to do this, so I just added all the subscripts together basically, and that's how I got these at the end. And as for what we saw in our experiment, we saw definitely later in activity 5, I saw we did the zinc hydrochloride one. We did the the iron sulfur, and the sodium hydrogen carbon oxide. So those are my summary questions.